How's it going, YouTube? This is Wi-Fi Memory here today, bringing you guys some more VGC 2021 action. If you're looking at our team, I did make a lot of changes this weekend. The biggest change though is changing Charizard, or changing Rotom Heat to Charizard. Rotom Heat just kept missing overheats at very crucial points of the battles, and I was like, that's it, I have enough of it. You know, I kept losing because I kept missing overheats. I was like, no, I'm done missing overheats. I want to get more consistent damage, because I mean, there were situations where I lost because I missed the overheat. You know, I don't like losing. You know, I'm very competitive at heart, you know, so I definitely wanted to win. So I added Charizard. Charizard is definitely more consistent. I'm not going to be missing my fire type attacks. This Charizard's a very interesting Charizard. I wanted to try it on the team. This is a Belly Drum Charizard. It has featured on my channel before, so this is nothing new to most of you guys. But I got like 3 levels of Charizard play for you guys. Like right here, in the first game is more like an introduction to Charizard. Second game, Charizard at middle level playing level. You know, he's doing work, but he's not at his fullest potential. And then at the third game, Charizard's at his fullest potential. So stay tuned to the very end if you guys want to see full power potential Charizard. So anyway, the first game, they went ahead and Dynamaxed their Arcanine. I went ahead and Dynamaxed my Xurkitree. In this game, I really thought Xurkitree could do a lot of work, so that's why I went ahead and Dynamaxed him early. Go ahead and taunt their Whimsicott. I didn't really want him to set up Tailwind at all. He did just go for a Moonblast, get a critical hit. This Whimsicott actually got really lucky with scoring 2 critical hits in this game. Both on Xurkitree too, which really sucks. But Arcanine goes for Max Flare. We take that pretty nicely. We'll go from a big Max Lightning. Does well over half, which is fantastic. So that just makes it to where if I set up a Tailwind, I know next turn I'm going to be able to outspeed the Arcanine and go for Max Lightning to get the KO, which is exactly what happens. Get our big Tailwind boost and big Max Lightning, and then we get this nice little Beast boost, which goes for naught. As I said, this Whimsicott got lucky. It got 2 critical hits on our Xurkitree, which will be enough to actually get the KO. So that's kind of sad, you know. You hate to see it, because, you know, that is definitely a potential Xurkitree Beast game, you know, that we could totally make an awesome Xurkitree video over. But, you know, it wasn't in the cards. So, anyway, that's fine. We do go out into our Charizard here. Charizard's in a very good spot going up against Whimsicott. Whimsicott can't necessarily do much against us, especially since he's taunted. He can't even set up like Tailwind or anything. He doesn't really know that we're Belly Drum either. Most people don't expect you to be Belly Drum Zard, so that's always nice in our favor, you know. Especially looking at our team. Our team looks like we need a special attacker or something. The Arcanine did set up Max Flare, so we do have Sun right now. So keep that in mind, because that comes in. That's actually pretty handy for the next turn. The Whimsicott, our Whimsicott does over half with our Moonblast. They do over half to us. Taunt wears off. Don't want them to set Tailwind or anything, so we taunt them right back. And right now we're in the sun. We're sun boosted. Get a nice little Flare Blitz off. Don't even need the Belly Drum, guys. Just get the quick KO, which is something I really like about Charizard. That if he's in the sun, and you know it's our opponent set that up for us, he's pretty much unbeatable. He is. I mean, he's really good. Kartana comes out, and this is pretty much the end of the battle. I actually think our opponent ran. But yeah, I mean, we can easily just Flare Blitz both Mons, actually. So yeah, we pretty much took this game. Anyway, guys, if you guys are enjoying yourself, let's go, think about hitting that like button, you know? All that support really helps. Let's go ahead and jump into game number 2, though. Alright, Alright, getting to battle number 2 though. If you look at our opponent's team, he's definitely rocking out with that Sun Trick Room kind of team, and this thing actually kind of made me really want to bring a Charizard, because if he set the Sun up for us, we're in a great time. If you want to set up Trick Room, we have ways to stop it. I don't necessarily think we need to stop the Trick Room necessarily, you know, but we do have counter plays in place that we can stop it if we absolutely think it's game changing. His only way to really stop us is with Glass Trier if it has Rock Slide, and that's a big if, you know, because Venusaur is not necessarily in charge here, you know what I'm saying? We got 2 Mons, I can definitely hit them super effective. Charizard's not in a great spot. I do think we do go ahead and Dynamax Charizard though, and go for a Max Guard, being afraid of that Reggie Lucky a little bit. Not really want to take a Thunderbolt when we're kind of hoping on Indeedee to get enough damage off turn 1 to make it to where we could go for a big Follow Me play the next turn and just allow either Indeedee just to faint or take the Thunderbolt or something, you know. Our opponent though actually switches into Porygon and just goes straight for a big Thunderbolt anyway, which, okay, you know, right into our Indeedee, which kind of sucks because that means next time we won't be able to necessarily stay alive with Indeedee, but that's okay in a way. Following turn though, we go straight for that big Follow Me after our big Expanding Force, though that Expanding Force is so much. Go for he goes for a Thunderbolt. We kind of looked at his health, knowing that he's super low health, so I went ahead and targeted the Porygon instead, knowing that the Wildfire would take him out. And this is just nice little chip damage onto the Porygon for later in the game. It may come in handy. He goes for Tri-Attack against the Paralyzation, which pretty much, I mean, in one regard it's really bad, because man, being paralyzed, that really sucks. But now he really cannot go for Trick Room and feel comfortable about doing so. So in a way, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise. I go ahead and switch into the Feeny here, and I believe he goes into Glass Trier, which is a very interesting decision. I mean, you can tell he's taking a long time deciding which one he wants to go into. He goes into Glass Trier though, I'm pretty certain. And I mean, he, like I said, his only way to win is if he has like a Rock Slide or something, you know. And Charizard's still going to be outspeeding the Glass Trier, even because there's no Trick Room. Glass Trier is super slow, you know, unless you're running like a Tailwind max speed Jolly Nature Glass Trier or something like somebody would, you know. But I don't know, man. I mean, I don't know if people do that or not. I mean, but he does opt to go ahead and Dynamax. I don't believe he has Max Rockfall because he doesn't reveal it in this game, and this is the optimal time to go for Max Rockfall. A lot of people don't run Max Rockfall because it just kind of gives them, it puts chip on their Pokemon as well, and they don't really benefit anything from the after effect. They like the Max Quake and Heavy Slam, Max Steel Spike a little bit better. I personally like having Max Knuckle in there too, but that's just me. He goes for the Ally Switch, which was an interesting play. I think it actually kind of saved me though, because this Glass Trier might actually be weakness policy. After I was thinking about it a little bit, and him going for Ally Switch, he was able, where we were able to hit the Porygon and get the Porygon really, really low to where Wildfire actually probably picked up the KO. Because I don't think I've seen a Life Orb on that Glass Trier. So definitely a big chance of that being weakness policy, and there was no way our Max Wildfire would pick up the KO right there. Definitely, because we're not even boosted or nothing, so I mean, we do about half. I'm almost certain about that, but Charizard would have went down. Yeah, so I mean, we did good. Saying, you know, actually, the ally switch actually helped us out quite a bit in that scenario. Venusaur comes out. He opts to go for Sleep Powder. I thought he was going to go for a Leaf Storm onto Feeny. That's why I went ahead and protected him. He goes for Sleep Powder on my grounded Feeny that's in Misty Terrain. So I don't know what you're thinking there, bruh. But we go ahead and pick up the KO on your Venusaur with a big Flare Blitz. And then we take our Charizard out. So, yeah, Charizard did a fantastic job. Feeny's in here, and Feeny can actually wall this Glastrier pretty decently. Especially if that's what he's wanting to go for, is Max Hailstorm. We'll take that all day, you know. Not too worried about the Hell Chip either, because we do have leftovers. So that kind of just negates it. And this should be the end of his Dynamax turns too. And we have Dracovish in the back. Dracovish hits everything like a truck. Now this Dracovish is a little different than the one I've been using. This Dracovish is Mystic Water. So I'm actually able to go for Protect with this Dracovish. Go for a big Moonblast. Okay, so this would be his final turn. Right here, I just didn't want Dracovish to take a bunch of damage, because I kind of just realized that Dracovish is kind of like the nice little win con. You know, he kind of speeds up the game. I really think Feeny could actually wall out this Glastrier as long as we had the max wildfire support and stuff. But, you know, keeping Dracovish alive, having that extra damage is never too bad, you know. I mean, and I knew Feeny could take any attack. The question was, could Dracovish take the attack? And this Dracovish is actually kind of bulky, so he probably could have took the attack. But this is where we need to go offensive. Not last turn, but this turn. Vicious Rin does come out, and Vicious Rin does so much damage, even when he has the max Steel Spike boost. So, yeah, we're able to pick up the KO. Dracovish, Tapu Fini, great job at the end. Charizard did a lot of work early on. That's kind of why I really wanted to showcase it. Let's go ahead and jump into battle number 3. Alright, let's get into the last and final battle of this episode. If you look, though, this battle is going to be a very, very short battle. Charizard gets off full power mode in this battle. This is almost like the nice little collusion of this episode, where we kind of just show full power Charizard, because this battle goes by fast once everything gets going and everything. And I think this is something that you guys need to look at for our team, that we're able to actually pull this combo off. And this is nice. Now, our main point of our team, our starting design of the team, it was to hit hard with Xurkitree and Dracovish. And now we're adding another Mon on our team that can actually hit really hard as well, in the form of Belly Drum Charizard. And this is a perfect battle for it. We go straight for Indeedee Charizard. They go for Struggle Bug, thinking we're a special Charizard. See, something kind of like that. Does quite a bit of damage to Indeedee, but that's okay, because we're in this scenario, we're just stacking Indeedee anyway. We're not too worried about keeping Indeedee alive, as long as we get a Belly Drum off. And we succeed. Get our big Belly Drum off. I have no reason not to go for another Follow Me with our Indeedee. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I believe I do that. And no need to Dynamax this turn, because if I did, I'd waste a turn of our Dynamax. And right now, I'm just trying to get rid of the Volcarona. Volcarona could be a threat to our team. So I just decided to go for a big Rock Slide. No, I mean, it's nothing fancy, but this is a +6 Rock Slide. He's Struggle Bugging the KR and Indeedee. I guess he don't have like a Bug Buzz or something, because that probably would have, I mean, that definitely would have sealed the deal. We did go for a big Rock Slide. Rock Slide did half to Comfey, as well as knocking out the Volcarona, so that's fantastic. We can go straight into our Whimsicott. Now what Whimsicott does, it gives us Tailwind support in this situation, to where now we'll feel like we can Dynamax Charizard. And we'll go straight for a big max Wildfire into his Dragapult, stab +6. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Even though he's Dynamaxing, we do massive damage to his Dragapult. He actually goes for a Draining Kiss, which I think kind of helped seal up a KO for us. But I'm not too for sure, because I do believe that we could actually KO this Dragapult without him going for Draining Kiss on himself. It really just kind of depends on the Dragapult set too. If he's more offensive, he goes for Draining Kiss to activate a weakness policy, so it kind of makes me think that he is offensive Dragapult. But dude, this just shows you the raw power though of Charizard. Charizard don't play no games. Charizard's not for kids, guys. I mean, that Draining Kiss did so much damage though. And was it worth it? Not really, because we're just gonna set up a Tailwind, and you just lost your Dynamax, my man. That's pretty much how it goes, because Charizard's looking at that Dragapult like, you're my next victim. And well, Dragapult goes bye-bye. And look how fast that goes too. That's crazy. You know, super fast. Super Saiyan, you know. Get rid of the Dragapult, which was the supposed threat. And pretty much at this point, we won the game. His last mon, I believe, is a Kartana, which is kind of similar to game 1, where they just ran after sending out Kartana. So, and that's the same thing with our opponent here. So guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, think about hitting that like button. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe. You know, you get quality content like this every day, or at least 3 times a week. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Peace.